So the goal of my videos is to speak to people who are not in the AI space, and I wanted to make a quick guide on the big five names in AI assistants and what makes each one different for people and businesses. So I'm going to talk about Gemini, Claude, ChatGPT, Llama, and Grok. So let's start with Gemini from Google. They recently passed 750 million active users and have sold more than 8 million paid Gemini enterprise seats in the last 4 months. If you spend your day in Google products like Gmail, Google Docs, Google Meet, Gemini often feels like it's already working with you. Gemini also gets a lot of attention for multimodal performance, which is just a fancy way of saying that it often does well with images and videos, like reading screenshots, understanding charts, or describing what's in a photo or video. For example, all the images that I'm using in this video were created with Notebook LM from Google, which is running Gemini. Then there's Claude from Anthropic. Claude has built a strong reputation for software and coding help and for handling long documents without losing the thread. Claude Opus ranked #1 for web development. For buyers, Claude often shows up when the work is code reviews, debugging, writing tests, reading big specs. It's less about being everywhere and more about being strong where consistency and context matter. Of course, then there's ChatGPT from OpenAI. ChatGPT is still the biggest single consumer AI product by user counts. ChatGPT reached 800 million weekly active users, and people pick it for a wide range of reasons: writing analysis, image, research, business integration. It's often the fastest option when a company wants to bring capability right out of the box, and there's a good chance that employees already have tried it for personal use, so there's a lower barrier for entry. Then there's Llama from Meta. It's open source, meaning you can use it for free. Llama stands out because many companies want to run it in their own systems instead of sending everything out to the internet. You can have it running in your company's internal servers. And that matters if you want control, customization, or just to keep the data inside your own environment. But then you have to build your own security rules, testing rules, and then how much computing power you give it. The trade-off's pretty clear. You can get flexibility and cost control at scale, but then you have to take on more responsibility for the security and the performance and the testing and the safety of your own product. And then finally, there's Grok from XAI. Grok leans into what's happening right now. Grok includes real-time search and a large context window, which basically means how much it can remember at once. If you care about fast-moving news, social trends, and what's happening in the moment, that could be a real draw. Grok also carries brand and safety risks after reported incidents involving non-consensual sexualized image creation. So for organization, that risk profile becomes part of the buying decision. So how do you choose? I would start with three questions. First, where do people work all day? If your team lives in Google workspaces, then Gemini fits naturally. If you want AI out of the box for new users of AI, ChatGPT is probably the easiest. Second, what's the main job being done? For engineering heavy work, Claude often tests well. For real-time awareness, Grok is what's happening in this second. For self-hosting and customization, then Llama is the clear option. And then third, what's the risk and control level that you need? Hosted assistants can roll out fast. Self-hosted models give control but demand stronger internal disciplines. The bottom line is these tools are not identical, and buyers do not pick based on one score. They pick based on fit, where the tool shows up in their daily work, how well it handles their core tasks, and how comfortable they feel with the trade-offs. So, which one's your favorite? Follow for more AI news.